Hi, my name is Karol and welcome to Hozer Chronicles. This is the beginning of short mini-series about what would be the best game to start your tabletop hobby. As this is very wide subject, I decided to divide it into 4 movies. This one is just the introduction to it, as well as to explaining how the general terminology is used in this. You can decide what kind of game you want to play based on theme. So you have historical games, you have a science fiction game, as well as fantasy. Other than that, the games are divided into the mechanics that are used and the type of game it is. So from the game types, we have the card games, we have the board games, and we have the tabletop miniature gaming. This is the high wide spec of the game that you can pick up. I want to divide this mini-series into 4 episodes, with this one as a first to introduce you general terminology, and then later I will be talking in each episode about different games. As well, in this video, I will be talking about what kind of game mechanics are used usually in those games, and you can think right away, or you can choose right away a game that you think will best suit you and your group or your family to play with. So stay tuned and let's go to it.
I think one of the best games to start up are cooperative games, because you are working together to achieve main goal, and the quickest to pick up are deck building games. So from this genre we have, for example, Hero Realms, the twin to it is Star Realms, that is deck building game. If you add the expansion of Ruin of Thundera, it became cooperative game, so you and your friend are fighting against the main boss of the game. The other game similar to that is Marvel Legendary. The mechanics is pretty simple. You have the starting deck from which you have resources for which you are buying some cards from the row and add it to your deck, and then it becomes better. Other games that are very similar, it's the dice games, and this is the Dice Masters, which are very developed, very widespread game with different genres and themes. Last one we have Kamigami Battles, which is deck building games with anime theme added to it, so you can try it as well. Okay, so next games that we have crafting games, from which we have Blood Rage. In those types of games you are dealing cards to each player. From these cards, every player pick one. The rest of the deck that they will have, they passing by to other players, then they pick another card, and this goes along until all the cards are dealt. The other game that use the same mechanic that you can use it is Terraforming Mars, that is presented over here, as well as Mythic Battle Pantheon. But in Mythic Battle Pantheon you are choosing the units and the gods that to start with. So if you pick up, for example, Aphrodite, you have the only person to use that god for entire of the game, and the units that are picking up generalize will make your strategy through the whole game. Next we are going to worker placement games. In those games we are having pool of workers that are placed in some areas that grant us certain types of resources that we can use to build up our civilization. For example, in this we have Empire of the North, the other game that have similar mechanic is Stone Age, and the last one that is the most popular and most popularized this genre is Lords of Waterdeep. Very cool game that I can advise to anybody from Wizard of the Coast. One of the most popular groups are Dungeon Crawlers. In those games you are controlling either the group of the heroes of one hero, is a part of the group, and you'll try to confront some of the situations and enemies. In this part you have Gloomhaven, which is very big, broad spec game. It is very popular, but unfortunately it's pretty expensive. The other similar games, you have the Wrath of Shadowrun. It is a part of the cycle. You can pick up any of them. They are very self-contained games. And at the end you have Mansions of Madness, so this is like a horror team-based game. Okay, so the last one we have the resource management games. In those games we have the special resource. For every game it could be a bit different. For example, in the Big Battle Pantheon we have Art of War cards, which give us the special benefits, for example finding the special card that we can use to activate the special hero. In Eclipse, the second down, we have the resources that we have to manage for our best advantage to find the best technology, as well as to develop our forces to finalize the game. And on this I would like to finish this video, and I will hear you in the next one, so please like, subscribe, and please hit this like button. Bye.